Welcome to this interactive video, which is meant to help you learn why changing your mindset works. By the end, you will understand what is physically happening in your brain when you change your mindset. This will empower you to change your life if that is your purpose. Shared Lotus is an educational company dedicated to training you to love yourself fully and confidently, because when you love yourself, that energy ripples out into the world. Knowing what a mindset change looks like and reflecting on that will support you in sticking to new thought patterns, no matter what your goals are. During this short video, I will teach you about how your brain actually wires itself into a new mindset. The video is broken down into sections. Pause and purposefully think about your answers while watching this video. You can also download the questions that go with the video as a worksheet in the resources below. When you are done with your reflection, you can continue on to the next section. Let's start by a quick understanding of how your brain learns. It all starts with a thought. Your thinking happens in the front of your brain called the prefrontal cortex. You think a thought, and on the inside of your brain, it looks like this. As you can see, this is what a brand new thought looks like in your brain as a new neural connection. There's a link to this full YouTube video listed below under the resources. If you think a thought over and over again, it will become a structure in your brain called a neural network. These structures are more permanent, but with time and practice, you can create a new neural network in your brain. Or you can even begin to shrink an old neural network. As the neurons become semi-permanent, your thoughts actually become unconscious and connect to the survival part of your brain, where your automatic thinking happens. So right now, pause this video and have you do the first reflection. Answer the question, what was the last thing you learned on purpose? And as a review, jot down what you now know about how your brain forms a new neuron or neural network. A good example is learning to drive. You learned how to do that on purpose, and now it is pretty much automatic in your brain. Take time to reflect and resume the video when you are ready. With the understanding that your thoughts are now a semi-permanent part of your brain, you have the power to begin to make thoughts happen on purpose. This is how you change your mindset. Changing your mindset is not about being so positive that you deny the reality around you. This is called toxic positivity. A change in mindset radically accepts a situation for what it is and then moves us into a new way of thinking about it. For example, if I came up with the thought that I am ugly, and I continued that thought for a very long time, that would become a part of my neural networks, connecting to other parts of my life and other thoughts in my life, and just be a part of my identity. Now, if I decided to shift my thinking, I would purposefully start to think something like, I am unique, and because of that, I am beautiful. Then I would end up with two competing thoughts in my mind. One is the old thought that is strong and solid, and the other new thought is now emerging and brand new. Now I want you to stop and do the reflection. When have you ever decided to try to change your mindset but found it difficult? Next, describe what makes it hard to change a person's mindset based on what you just learned. Resume watching when you are finished. Now, to continue with the example of beauty, knowing that my brain has a whole neural network that is dedicated to the idea that I am ugly, I now understand that I have my work cut out for me. I have to grow the network that considers me beautiful in so many different ways. And I have to shrink a network that believes me to be ugly. There could be traces of the thoughts that I am ugly left in my brain for a while, but with a lot of new tools for thinking, I can help keep this awful thought from growing. I now have a new mindset. The new tools that I'll be using for thinking are reframing thoughts, journaling, challenging my thought distortions, and labeling my emotions, just to name a few. Because your brain is organic and takes time to change, this work is not easy. It takes time and perseverance. Take time to reflect. Now that you know more about how changing your mindset works in your brain, what will you do with this knowledge? Resume when you're ready. If you feel like taking the next step with changing your mindset in regards to your self love and confidence, come check out our programs at sharedlotus.com. I would suggest you start with our program called Techniques for Self Love and Acceptance as a first step in practicing new self loving beliefs, but there are other programs as well. Enjoy, and now start going out there and rearranging your brain.